Good morning, everybody. What a great day. For those of you who may not know who I am, my name is Chris Dury, and I have the honor of serving as the Chancellor of the Iowa Valley Community College District. And it's truly an honor to be with everybody today, and especially seeing so many of our students show up for this event. In particular, I do want to take a moment to recognize some special people that are in the audience. And we'll start with our House Representative Dave Dio and House Representative Pat Grassley. And I didn't know we were going to have royalty with us this morning, but I had the pleasure of meeting Victoria Butt, our Miss Iowa Falls 2015. She's in the front. Also want to recognize our Iowa Valley Community College District Board of Directors. We have several of those members. If they could just raise their hands out there with us. Our Ellsworth College Board of Trustees membership, if you could raise your hands as well. Ellsworth College Foundation board members. I know we have several of those out in the audience. And finally, just our Ellsworth Community College faculty and staff. Our Iowa Valley Community College District staff and administration that have come to be with us for this special event. And most importantly, I couldn't be more thrilled to see so many students show up for the event. So let's give our students a round of applause. So we have several people, and of course we'll recognize Governor Branstad here very shortly. What an honor to have the governor come out for this event, and that tells you what a big deal it is when we can get the governor to work something like this into his schedule. Governor will do a more formal introduction later on, but let's give the governor a round of applause. So we have several people making some special remarks signifying how important and acknowledging the importance of this event, marking the 125th anniversary of Ellsworth Community College. And we'll start with Darwin Miller, President of the Ellsworth College Board of Trustees. Darwin.
Governor Branstad, Chancellor Dury, Provost Reimer, Foundation President Nisley, students, faculty, and friends and supporters of Ellsworth College. On this 125th anniversary, celebrating 125 years of educational excellence, we think of the thousands of students over the past 125 years who came to this campus to continue their education. Like many of you, I was one of those students, and I'm proud to be an Ellsworth alumnus, as is my wife and both of our children. The four of us continued our education at state universities, and we have 4 bachelor's degrees and 3 master's degrees among us. But Ellsworth College gave us our start and prepared us well for university studies. Ellsworth Community College has definitely been a difference maker in our lives, as I'm sure it has for many of you. Ellsworth has a rich and interesting history. It started as a private institution established in 1890 as Ellsworth Academy by Professor Thomas Tobin with financial support from Eugene Stafford Ellsworth, a local entrepreneur who was very successful in the freight and real estate business. Teacher education and business courses were the first educational programs taught. In 1894, the college incorporated and established a board of trustees. In 1907, Eugene Ellsworth passed away. Farmland was transferred from his estate to the Board of Trustees as an endowment for the sole use and benefit of the college. In 1908, Ellsworth Academy became Ellsworth College and a 4-year institution. The next 20 years concluded with several years of financial hardship as the country entered the time of the Great Depression. In 1928, Ellsworth College became Ellsworth Junior College under the authority of the Owl Falls Community School District, moving from a private to a public institution. In 1949, disaster struck. Old Main, the central building on campus, which was directly behind us, was struck by lightning and burned to the ground. The college was challenged by low enrollments of post-World War II era and faced with the decision to close or continue. The Iowa Falls community decided the college was too important to Iowa Falls and Hardin County's vitality. They raised the money and built New Main, which is now called Cruise Main. In 1965, the Iowa General Assembly divided the state into 15 area education agencies. Hardin, Grundy, Tama, Poweshiek, and Marshall counties formed a community college district comprised of Ellsworth Community College and Marshalltown Community College, and became merged Area 6, now known as the Iowa Valley Community College District. The Ellsworth College Board of Trustees, on which I serve, is the only board of its type in the Iowa Community College system. We were the only community college system fortunate enough to have a benefactor to provide a trust. The trustees' mission is to manage the property and assets that are held in the Eugene Ellsworth Trust and use those profits and earnings to attract students to Ellsworth Community College and enhance the social and physical environment of the campus. The trustees have been able to invest $1 million a year the last several years from earnings of the trust to benefit the students of Ellsworth Community College through campus buildings, renovations, student scholarships, financial support for marketing efforts, and new educational initiatives. The trustees are excited to be a part of the community college success story. It's all about the students. It is truly a privilege to assist in their educational journey. The trustees consider it an honor to be successor trustees and continue the legacy of Eugene Stafford Ellsworth. In addition to supporting the establishment of the Ellsworth Academy, Mr. Ellsworth funded the first hospital in Iowa Falls and the Metropolitan Opera House, the finest of its time west of the Mississippi River. That opera house is now known as the Met Theater. The vision and generosity of this incredible man in recognizing and supporting education, health, and the arts has benefited generations and continues today. So we not only celebrate the 125th anniversary of educational excellence at Ellsworth Community College, but we look forward to the next 125 years of meeting the educational needs of students to prepare them to lead successful and fulfilling lives.
So we're going to now ask Roger Nisley, who's president of the Ellsworth College Foundation, to come to the podium and make a few remarks. Roger Nisley.
Thanks, Chris. Boy, it's great to see everyone here today. What a great crowd for this event. I hope you all you students are on a field trip today for this event, obviously. So great to have you here. Also, the Ellsworth College Foundation is honored to have Governor Branstad here to recognize Ellsworth Community College on its 125th anniversary. The College Foundation was formed in 1958. You heard Darwin talk about the old main building burning down in 1949. 1958, some concerned citizens got together and formed the Ellsworth College Foundation so that the donations would be tax deductible to help build this building that's right here behind us. There have been 4 previous capital campaigns raising over $8 million to support this college, and we are now in the midst of a new campaign, the 125th Anniversary Scholarship Campaign. Those previous campaigns helped to support the building and remodeling of the cruise main behind me. They also supported the buildings and supported the buildings of the pool that is attached to the Martin Dittmer Gymnasium, the Reg Johnson Hall, the Gentle Student Center, the Dale Howard Family Activity Center, and then at the Hamilton campus, campus, the Ag and Renewable Energy Center, and the Equine Center. So the foundation has had a long history of supporting some of the buildings that have been built here on this campus and the South Campus. Our new capital campaign goal is to raise $1.25 million to increase endowed scholarship dollars for you students out there, and to increase our named endowments to 125. Presently, we have met our goal of the numbers. We have increased our endowed named scholarships to 128, and we are a little over a third of the way to raising our financial goal. The mission of the Ellsworth College Foundation is to support Ellsworth College and its students through active solicitation of gifts, care and oversight of foundation assets, and the expenditure of funds for student scholarships, affiliated organizations, and physical plant improvements. Our Ellsworth College Foundation is set to support Ellsworth Community College for our next 125 years. Once again, I want to thank Governor Branstad for his support today at this event. Thank you.
And now we'd also like to call to the podium, before the governor speaks, Dr. Martin Reimer, our provost at Ellsworth Community College. Dr. Reimer.
Well, I'm extremely honored and blessed to be able to take part in an event like this. I haven't been at the school for very long, about the same amount of time as the freshmen here. But for me, what this 125-year anniversary really represents is the past, the present, and the future of this institution in this community. We had President Miller, who talked a lot about the past, the history of what led us here, the vision, the generosity of Eugene Ellsworth. Throughout the years, there have been many people that have walked through the doors that have kept the tradition and the history alive here. We've honored Joseph Gomer before, who was a Tuskegee Airman in World War II. What you might not have known is that when he graduated from high school, that same year his father died, and so he had no way of going to further his education. It was the generosity of area businesses and family friends here in Iowa Falls that made his dream possible to come to Ellsworth, get his degree in pre-engineering, and move on to have a great career in the U.S. Army and Air Force. We talk about some of the, when we talk about the past, some of the folks are here today. We have a past leader of Ellsworth, Burl Stucker, who was the dean here from 1958 through 67. He talked to me a little bit a couple of weeks ago about some of the times here through some of those lean years that President Miller had mentioned, where he and his wife would go out and buy groceries and prepare food for students when there wasn't enough in the budget. We have leaders here like Dwayne Lloyd and Dale Howard, who were very instrumental in the Vision 21, one of the last really large efforts we had to raise funds. We had President Nisley talk about the buildings here today because of that leadership. Dwayne Lloyd served as the dean here from 1977 through 95, which saw a lot of changes come with community colleges at that time. And he partnered with Dale Howard, again, another person from the community that had an interest for the well-being of Ellsworth and its students. That takes us up to the present day of the support of the trustees and the foundation and the community for our students. I heard the story of how Virginia and Stephen Stockdale have helped numerous ag students, not just financially, but emotionally, personally, in helping them persist and succeed in their dreams. And then I look around today at the faculty, the staff, the student, and the community, and the support that they have for this institution and it really gets me excited again than what I really want to talk about and what my focus is, and that's the future, the next 125 years at Ellsworth College. You know, we have some really neat students right now, and I've gotten to hear their stories. We have Brenda Barfels, who is a single parent raising her granddaughter, and it's through the generosity of donors and people giving her support that she can come back here and get her degree in nursing and provide a better living for her daughter and granddaughter. You have Brian Klein, who's from Iowa, from family farming, and wanted again to pursue a career in agriculture. And through getting to know our faculty and staff here, decided Ellsworth was a place for him to help him move along in his dreams. And we have Sedaris Patterson, another student here from inner city Chicago, who moved out to the suburbs, but then here to Ellsworth. And his story of being here as an education major and wanting to go back and open a center for at-risk youth. These are the stories that really excite me. And it's really the challenge that we have here as a community in supporting these students and students like them. Where are they going to go in the future? What are we going to do here today to help them along the way? You know, when I listen to the stories of the last 125 years at Ellsworth, it's been about change. You know, institutions that survive this long don't do that by becoming static or by becoming irrelevant. They're in tune to the needs of the students, to the needs of the community, and that's our challenge here as faculty and staff and as community supporters. You know, I've used a lot of words here today to describe the history of Iowa Falls and Ellsworth: vision, generosity, outreach, sacrifice, and persistence. There's been dedication and leadership, support, and potential. But I think if I had to sum up in one word what I've really learned here in the past month or so, it's all about people, and what's made this place possible is the heart. And that's what I really want to take advantage of and build upon in the next 125 years. How do we take that heart and really help our students in their journey in the future become successful, not only here at Ellsworth, but as they go on to become citizens, so that they can, in return, come back and support Ellsworth in its future. So once again, I'd like to thank everybody, students, staff, faculty, community members, for all that you do. And I'm very excited for the next 125 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Reimer. Well, Governor Terry Branstad is Iowa's longest-serving governor, for those of you who may not know that fact. And he works with Lieutenant Governor Kim Reynolds, who's also been on our campus, on a round-the-clock focus on economic development projects for Iowa, but that certainly is not all. Job creation has been a key priority for his administration. Governor Branstad clearly recognized the supporting role the Iowa Community College has played in the retraining of the thousands of Iowans to secure better jobs, and Iowa's unemployment rate, currently post-recession, has dropped to 3.8%, seventh lowest in the nation. Education has also always been a top priority for Governor Branstad. He signed a landmark education reform bill that is intended to ensure that students are prepared for the 21st century knowledge-based global economy for years to come. And in 2015, the governor worked with the legislature to pass bipartisan measures to upgrade Iowa infrastructure, and in particularly our roads and bridges, and encourage high-speed broadband expansion throughout the state. Now, on a personal note, I've had the privilege of being with the governor at a conference a couple of years ago in Oklahoma City that focused on the future of education, and building a talent pipeline throughout our great state. I have the honor of serving on his National Governor Association's Policy Planning Academy team, representing Iowa's community colleges, and I can personally speak to the deep commitment that he has to education. He has consistently acknowledged the critical role of Iowa's community colleges and the role we play in the workforce development, economic development, and in the education system as a whole. So today it is certainly an honor and a privilege to have the governor with us to sign a proclamation recognizing Ellsworth's 125th anniversary. Please help me give Governor Branstad a warm Iowa Valley Community College District, Iowa Falls, and Ellsworth College welcome.
Thank you very much. Chris DeRee, thank you for that very nice introduction. It's great to be in Iowa Falls and to be on the Ellsworth Community College campus on this special day as we celebrate the 125th anniversary. And as you've already heard, it's a very interesting history these last 125 years. It's taken a tremendous amount of, well, first of all, you had a founder, Mr. Ellsworth, that really had a vision and was a great supporter not only of the college but of the community. But there's been many that's followed in his footsteps and have continued to support and invest in this community. I also want to acknowledge and express my appreciation that Representative Grassley and Representative Dio are here today, along with so many students and community and faculty members. Ellsworth Community College has a lot to be proud of. I mean, the fact that you have an endowment kind of sets you apart from all the rest in the state of Iowa. And you've been able to use that endowment, and I guess it does show, I found out that Mr. Ellsworth was pretty smart, because when he set up the endowment, he said if the college sold the farmland, then the proceeds would go to the heirs. So that meant the land would not be sold. And since 1907, just think what's happened to the value of farmland. And what a great asset it is to have that land supporting the students and the college here. And so it shows that you had a visionary who knew what to do, and the present leadership has continued to build on that, to build this beautiful campus and to invest in the students who are really the future. So I want to commend you for your commitment. I want to note a few examples of some of the exciting things that you're doing. By awarding more than $773,000 in college scholarships annually, Ellsworth Community College provides critical assistance that helps students with financial needs manage their situation and reduce their debt and begin their careers in a stronger financial footing. Smaller classes are another strength of Ellsworth Community College, with an average size class of 18 students. It's no wonder that 87% of Ellsworth Community College students say they would recommend Ellsworth to a family member or a friend. I also want to acknowledge that Ellsworth Community College is on the Victory Media's 2015 military-friendly schools list, indicating it is in the top 15% of colleges that embrace military servicemen and women, veterans and spouses, and ensure their success on campus. I'm also pleased to hear that Ellsworth Community College is exploring steps to become a military-friendly school under the guidelines of the Home-Based Iowa Initiative, which I recommended and the Iowa legislature approved in the year 2014. So you have a proud history. You have a lot that's been accomplished, but I believe that the future will be even better thanks to all that you are doing on this campus as community members, members of the faculty administration, and especially you students. So congratulations. I have a special proclamation. I think I'll read it from here, and then we'll go down and sign it at the table. I can actually read better without the glasses, so I'm going to take the glasses off to read this. As you can see, it's on Executive Department stationery with the state seal affixed. It says as follows: whereas Ellsworth Community College in Iowa Falls was established in 1890 as the private Ellsworth Academy by Professor John Tobin, and whereas the institution was named after Eugene Ellsworth, a prominent citizen who provided much of the financing for the first building and subsequent growth of the college, and whereas the citizens of Iowa Falls voted in 1928 to make Ellsworth a public junior college under the dual jurisdiction of the Iowa Falls Community School District and the Ellsworth College Board of Trustees after existing as an academy and a four-year college, and whereas Ellsworth Community College became part of the Iowa Falls Community College District in 1968 following establishment of the statewide system of community colleges in 1965. And whereas Ellsworth Community College has risen to prominence with national recognition for currently providing the 17th highest community college student success rate in the United States. And whereas Ellsworth Community College students benefit from the experiences and instruction from highly qualified professional instructors who innovate and develop relevant programs that prepare future workers and entrepreneurs. And whereas Ellsworth Community College continues to receive strong and ongoing support from the community of Iowa Falls, the Ellsworth College Board of Trustees, the Ellsworth College Foundation, alumni, and friends, making it a college and community relationship. And whereas Ellsworth Community College continues to honor the legacy of Eugene Ellsworth by helping students solve problems, clarify options, broaden their horizons, build on their strengths, set goals, and achieve their dreams with a quality college education. Now, therefore, I, Terry E. Branstad, Governor of the State of Iowa, do hereby recognize the 125th anniversary of Ellsworth Community College and congratulate the Ellsworth Community College administration, faculty, staff, and the Ellsworth Board of Trustees, Ellsworth College Foundation Board, and the Iowa Falls Community College District as you celebrate the 125 years of exceptional education. Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone. At this time, we're going to listen to the Ellsworth Community College Choir sing, and right after that, we're going to take a big picture from the folks up on top of the roof. So stick around for that. But here, I'd like to present the Ellsworth Community College Choir. I've been instructed that this is the song is going to be the 100-year-old alma mater song.